Happy Wednesday. How are you? Hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm not showing that I have service, so let's try this again. All right. How is everyone? All right. How is everyone? Judy? Welcome in. Welcome in. Sorry, it's looking like my connection is doing weird things. So I'm hoping that that is going to change. However, if it does not, yeah, okay. I'm going to log off and I'm going to fix it. Hey Babs, I'm going to log off and redo this because for some reason my connection keeps crashing. So we're going to try this again in just a second. Let me pause it and see what's going on. Let's see if I can pause this somehow. Let's see if I can pause this somehow. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. I have to not do my live tonight if I'm going to keep getting this bad connection. I'll give it a few minutes. We'll see what it does. But if it keeps jumping out like that, I'm going to have to get off and see if I can figure out what's going on with my internet connection. Because it's satellite and sometimes it's just not willing to work with me. But hopefully it will. We'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys can be patient with me for the first few minutes. Let me know if it continues to kick me out, because if it does, then I don't know. We'll just have to, I may have to just log off and try again another time. So y'all will have to let me know. Right now it's showing that it's a green connection and then everything is good. So you guys will have to let me know if that changes. All right. Okay, so we are going to be starting our new summer series, okay? And I have some options for you guys. So I want to make sure that everybody that paints with me normally is on before we make some decisions on how we're going to do this. But let's go over what we did so far in our other one. We did a sea creature series over the last 6 lives that we've done. So in that series, we did the octopus first. So that was the first one. Hi, Sherry. Welcome in. Temple Star, welcome in. Karen, Quadruple Zero, welcome in. Mighty Mouse, Lauren, glad you guys are here. So we did the octopus the first day of our sea creature series. And then we did the hermit crab. That was our second one in that series. Then we did the turtle, the sea turtle. That was the next one in the sea creature series. And then we did the dolphin. Isn't he cute? Love this one. So we did the dolphin. And then we did the crab. And then we did the seahorse. All right, so those are all of the ones that we did in the Sea Creature series. Okay. We finished that up, and then I went on my own and did one more to go with that series, and it's another crab, but this time he's got his shell up over him and he's kind of tiptoeing across the sand. So that is the last one that I put in this series. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do our summer series of fruit now. So we're going to be starting that today. So if you missed any of these, you can find the replays for all of these on my Tube of You. Those tutorials are up, other than the last two. These two are not, oh, I'm sorry, this one is up. This one is not up yet. Okay, this one is not up, and this one. But all of these four are already uploaded and ready for you guys if y'all are looking for the replays of these. Okay. They're on my Tube of You. You can find that on my TikTok page where the LINKs are. These two will be going up tonight and tomorrow. So they will be up by tomorrow afternoon. You'll have access to these also. All right. This one is not a series or a tutorial that you will have access to. I did that just playing around in my studio last night. So I did not videotape that one. I apologize. I probably should have, but I didn't. All right. So tonight we're going to be starting our fruit. All right. So I have a question and I need some feedback from you guys. All right. I have two options for this series. We can do, and these are all going to be these same sizes. They're going to be the same ACEO sizes. Okay. So give me your feedback on this. We can do regular fruit. We'll do one each live, okay, like this. Or we can do our signature fun little characters in fruit. You guys need to tell me which one you prefer for me to do and teach you guys. So if you want to learn this and you want to do that, you need to let me know. Okay, this is option 1, okay? And then if you want to learn the regular style and do this instead, then that's option 2. So give me some 1s and 2s in the comments to let me know which one you prefer to learn how to do. Because the tutorial, once we start this series, we're going to stick with whichever style we decided with, okay? So we're going to start the series tonight, and I just want to know your opinions on, do you want the characters, option 1, or regular, option 2? Let me know in the comments. Option 1 or option 2. Okay, this is option 1. And this is option 2. Anyone care? If you do not care, I will make a decision on my own and we will do them. I like either. I like the characters too. Okay, Beth says all right, Beth, you say the regular. Okay. Stacy says characters. So we have a tie. Let me see. Maybe I have a way. I might have a way to do a poll. I don't know. Let me see if I do. Let's see. Here it is. Let's do this. Quick poll. Okay. Okay, option 1 is regular. Option 2 is, so the smiley face is going to be the character fruits, and the cry face is regular fruits. Okay, so the red is the characters. Blue is the regular. And I delete it and start over. I want to do the characters once I got confused. Okay, that's fine. I got it. Troublemaker says characters. So that's 2. So Stacy Lee, I'm counting yours as the other one. Okay. So we don't have to redo it. But red is going to be characters. 2 is regular fruit. Okay. So we have 2 and 1. So we have 2 for the smiley face. 3. Okay. All right. Okay. So it looks like characters 1 on the poll. Okay. So we will do the little fun fruit characters for our summer series. And then for those of you wanting to do the regular ones, I'll make time to try to do some of those tutorials as well, and either put them on my Tube of You for you, or my fan club subscriptions, I can put them in there as well. So they'll be fan club subscription only videos. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to do the characters. So now that we've made our decision on that, we're going to start with the easy one. That's going to be the watermelon. And that's simply because let's start with what's easiest, because this fruit series for me is going to be way out of my comfort zone. I'm used to doing things that are not fruit, or I'm used to doing like animals and stuff. So we're going to do this though, and we're going to learn together, because you guys know I'm not afraid to mess up. So we'll just figure it out, right? If I mess it up, we'll just figure it out one way or another, right? Okay. All right. We'll just figure it out one way or another, right? Okay. All right. So this is due tonight, Troublemaker. Thank you so much for that heart me. I appreciate that so much. We are going to be working with the Meeden 96 color palette tonight. All right. So, again, these were all done with the Meeden, tube paints. All right. Even the last one that I added myself that I didn't do with you guys on live, that was also done with the Meeden tube paints. Okay. But we are going to now use this series. We're going to use the actual Meeden palette, the 96 color palette. Okay. So, all right. So let's go ahead and let's see. Stacy Lee, did you need me to answer a question about the heat gun for you? It says that you're interested in seeing that. I can pin it for you. That's the heat gun that we use, just in case you have any questions on that. Which set of the other gel pens I want? Okay. All right. Well, let me know, because I have flash sale codes for the ZSCM sets tonight. So if anybody is interested in the ZSCM pins, let me show you really quickly before we get started on our tutorial. The ZSCM pins. Let me show you really quickly before we get started on our tutorial. Hang on one second. Just a moment. Hang on, I gotta find it. Okay, so the 72 color, the 72 color set right here, that is the glitter set. Hi, Carrie, how's it going? Okay, so this is the glitter set. So the difference between the 100 set and the 72 color set is that the 72 color set is all glitter, and the 100 color set is glitter, but not the same that's in the 72 color set, and regular. So let me show you these so that you can see what these look like, so you know what we've got going on. Let me get I'm going to put these up here so you can see better. All right, so this is the 72 color set. So you get your monochromatic sets. You get your skin tones, You get your purples, you get your blues, your yellows, your greens, and your pinks and oranges, all in glitter. Okay, so that's your glitter set. You get 72 colors. They do have the swatches with them that you color and you put down in the pen, so you don't have to keep up with a pen. They also have the retractable tip, so you don't have to worry about keeping up with the lid. And they also have 4 times the amount of ink, so you don't have to worry about running out of ink. They're going to last you a really long time before you have to run out of ink. Okay, so show you the medium 48 color watercolor and the case. Oh, the tube paints, Stacy Lee. I don't know. I think you'll enjoy the ZSCM pens better just because you already have the Meeden palette, which is very similar colors. So that would be my answer to that. But, you know, obviously, you know, get what you feel like you want. These are the 72 color set. Now let me show you the difference because I want you to see the 100 color set, because the 100 color set, you're welcome. The 100 color set is right here. Let me get that sale started for you, for everybody. Let's see. Okay, so this is the 100 color set right here. And the 100 color set, let me show you the difference, okay? Because it's important that you understand that. I know that Stacy, I know you have the 100 color set, but everybody else, just in case you guys need to know this, the 100 color set also comes in a case. It's a brown case instead of a gray case, and it still has the pens with the swatches, so you still get the swatch strips to color, put down in the pen. You still get 4 times the amount of ink. You still get the retractable tips. The difference is this: the first 2 sections in this case are glitter and metallics, but they are not the same as the 72 color set. Okay, so you're not going to duplicate with this set. The rest of these are regular gel pens. They're just your acrylic gel pens. They're not going to be glitter or metallic, okay? So you have your neons, you have your primaries, then you have your macaroon colors, and you have your pastel colors. So that is the difference. So you get 100 pens in this set, and only the first 2 sections are glitter. That's the difference between the two. Now, this set is normally $160. I do have a flash sale for the next 18.5 minutes going on. You can grab it for $89.10. That's the lowest you're going to find this on TikTok Shop. So if you're wanting to get a really nice set of gel pens, then this is definitely the set for you. Okay, this is a great high quality set that will not break the bank. Obviously, they're a little bit pricey, but they're going to last you a lot longer than a normal gel pen, and you get 100 different colors in this set. So, so there's that. So those are the 2 sets. Those flash sales are going on for the next, like, a little over 15 minutes. I will leave them going in the background, and we're going to go ahead, though, and get started on our tutorial for tonight. I'm not going to sit and talk about gel pens until the flash sales run out, because y'all don't want to sit and listen to that. Y'all are here to paint, and so am I. So we are going to get going painting. So let me find my paint set. All right. We're going to be using the Meeden palette, which is right here. That's what we're going to be using tonight for this session. Okay. All right. And what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and get our paper taped down and our borders ready. So go ahead and pull out some washi tape, or art tape or whatever you feel like you want to use to get your border on there. And we will start our background once we get it taped down. So I'm going to be using washi tape. Okay, I love using washi tape because I can see my border. I can see through it, so I can see that it's even and straight and all the things. Plus, it gives me a really clean line of when I peel the background off. So that is why I like to use the washi tape. I'm going to put a 1/4 inch border all the way around my image. So while we're doing this, if you guys that are watching and not painting with us, if you wouldn't mind tapping the screen, sharing our live out, and inviting anyone, reposting all the things. Be sure you grab the engagement points at the top from the fan club section if you would like to. It does help your account and my account both. I would love for you guys to join that. Also, if you want to, gifts are obviously welcome and appreciated, but they are certainly not required. I would love for you guys to paint with us. So if you want to learn how to paint, thank you for the popular, Stacy Lee. If you would like to paint, I would like for you to grab some watercolors, grab some. Hey, Carrie, how's it going? Not quite home yet. Glad you can pop in for the, yes, I'm glad you popped in to chat with us. Okay. So if you've been wanting to learn to watercolor, all you need are 4 things. You need a pen, a pencil, you need a waterproof pen, a pencil, a brush, and some paints. Well, and paper, if you count paper. And you can get away with not having a waterproof pen, but you definitely need a pencil, a brush, some paper, and some paints. All right, and that is what we are going to do. We are going to use the Mead and Watercolor paint set, 48 color set, but we do not you do not have to have that set, okay? Use whatever watercolors you have. I don't care as long as you are having fun, enjoying, and painting with us, okay? All right, I'm going to grab my pencil. I'm using the Nik Pro pencil set. I cannot pin that for you because they've discontinued that set. So I no longer have access to that. I did order a new Nik Pro set from them today, just so I would have something for you guys. And so once it comes in, I will share that with you. Okay, the new series, Carrie, we actually did a poll to see if we wanted to do regular fruit or if we wanted to do character fruit. So let me show you. Our options were character or regular. And the poll voted character. So we're going to start with this watermelon tonight. So if anybody needs to catch that on a screenshot, go ahead and character. So we're going to start with this watermelon tonight. So if anybody needs to catch that on a screenshot, go ahead and very good, very good. All right, we're going to take you off of that and ta-da. Okay. They don't have it anymore. I knew I should have ordered another set of that. Are you talking about the pencils? Yeah, I ordered, they have a different set that's very close and similar to this set, and I ordered it, and I'm going to see how I like it. But I ordered it just because I wanted to have something for you guys to recommend for you guys, and I don't want to recommend something that I haven't tried yet. So that's why I went ahead and ordered it. So if I like it, then I'll have an option, even though this is the set that I normally use, I'll have an option to at least refer you guys to something, because currently I don't have anything I can refer you to for a mechanical pencil set right now. But I feel like that Nik Pro set will be nice. So like I said, I went ahead and ordered it. It's very similar to this one, but I wanted to have it in my hand and use it before I said, yes, y'all should buy this, because I'm not into recommending things I haven't tried. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to get started on our, on drawing our watermelon. Okay. So we're just going to start out with a rounded base like this. It's like a smiley face. And then we're going to make that a triangle. preferably a straight triangle. I don't know what happened there. Mainly me, because I can't see because I have this thing in my face. So I'm going to move it over to the side, and also then my hand won't be in the way for y'all, so y'all be able to see. All right, so we have our smiley face. We're going to do our triangle up and down. So we made this nice big triangle, and then we are going to do a section off of that. So basically this is going to come down like this. And it's going to curve in like this. That's way off center, y'all. Sorry. We're going to redo this because I'm not going to dislike this. I'm not going to not like my painting just because I didn't want to redo it. Okay. So let's do the bottom first. All right. Let's go ahead and go in the middle with the smiley face. Sorry, guys. And then we're going to start about right here and give it some depth. Okay, and we're going to do a little smiley face here. Okay, that's the base. Okay, now we're going to go up with our triangle here. And our triangle here. That's straight. You know what my problem is, not being able to draw a straight line tonight. Okay, and then here, we're going to bring that out. Okay, so that's going to be our thick area right there. Okay, then we're going to do the mouth right here and the eyes right here. Big eyes. And doot, doot, for our little eyebrows. Okay, so that's our drawing. Easy peasy. Let's do some little hearts. Kind of fill in a few little sections so we don't have that big gap right there. And then we'll do some splatter painting on it after that. This is going to be fun, y'all. Okay, are you guys ready? All right, let's go ahead and get started. So here's how we're going to do this. The first thing that I'm going to use is, well, I'm going to start out with my Meeden watercolor brushes. Okay, I'm going to start out with number 1. And all I'm going to do, well, actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to start out with number 5, and we're going to do a background. Okay, so we're going to do a blue background kind of up in here. So I'm going to just add some water up through here. It's not going to be like we normally do our backgrounds, okay, guys? It's not going to be solid. We're going to just add in whatever blue we want in the sky. Just put some in there. And then rinse your brush and kind of spread that out and make it kind of splotchy. Okay, dry your brush and then do that again, splotchy. Okay, so we want some areas darker than the others, and we just kind of want it to be like a sky. Okay, so just like that. Okay, I'm not worried about this being here because we're going to pick that up and you're not even going to be able to tell that's there once we get just like that. Okay, I'm not worried about this being here because we're going to pick that up and you're not even going to be able to tell that's there once we get paint on it. Splotchy ground after we do the watermelon itself, okay? So, go ahead now and dry that off. So we have that splotchy background. We can even add to it later if we want to, but I wanted to have something to start with. And then I'm going to start with my Meeden #1. Whoops. I'll start with my Meeden #1 brush. And we're going to put in our base coat to start, okay? Now, our base coat is going to go around the eyes. And it's going to go almost up to the line, but not quite, because we kind of want to have this thin little line right here. So you don't want to go all the way down. So I'm going to go ahead and take the red, and I'm going to give it a lot of water because I don't want it to be too much. And I'm going to paint it in here all the way up. And I'm going to stop just before I get to the base, okay? Same thing here. I'm going to stop before I get to the base because we want to have that run. So go ahead and just get a base coating of this pinky red color. Whatever pinky red you want to use for your watermelon. Okay? It doesn't have to be the same as mine. Okay? And now while it's wet, we're going to add some shading in there. So we're going to get a little bit more of that same red. And we're going to use a dark blob right at the base here. And we're going to let it work its way up. This is going to be darker than the front. And kind of let it just do its thing. Like you don't have to spread it. It's going to spread on its own because it's wet. So let it do that. Right through here. I want it to have a little bit of darkness to it. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of yellow right here in the middle. Okay. So if you want to pick up some of that color, you can. A very, very, very light orange yellow. Let me just pull this off so you guys can see what colors I'm getting. Okay, so I'm using this orangey yellow right here. And I'm just going to add in a little bit, not much, barely, and then I'm going to rinse my brush. Okay, and I'm going to use clean water. And I'm going to kind of spread that through. And then, okay. Then I'm going to run that through so it's not too much. Okay, and then we're going to add a little bit more of that pink in there. Okay, because we don't want that to be overpowered by the yellow, but we want it to have just a slight lighter tint there. Okay, so go ahead and spread out whatever you need to so you don't have any harsh lines. Just like that. Perfect. Okay. All right. Now, let's dry it. Oh, he's got kind of a little white spot in his center there. Let me fix that. Right here, we want a little more pink. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and dry it. Oh, thank you, Stacy Lee. All right, so let's dry it off. Now that we have that, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to start adding in our rind. So I'm going to pull my detail brush from my Golden Maple set. Now, this Golden Maple set does have a special price on it for you guys on my live. However, they have a sale right now going on that is even less than the flash sale code that I have. So I'm not going to run the flash sale for you guys. There's no reason for me to run it because you guys are already getting a price that's lower than my flash sale. However, I do think for some reason, I want to say that they have a additional, let me just see what they've got. They are having free shipping. So I'm going to click that and I'm going to put that up there too. So now you've got the best price on this, plus you get free shipping. So there's no reason not to take advantage of that. That's the absolute best price. So it's a really good price. It's way cheaper than what I paid for them, just so y'all know. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a very light lime green. So I'm going to use this lime green that's the neon color. And I'm going to just add that in to the base of this. And I am leaving a very, very little area of white that you might not even be able to see on the video, but I am right at the very top. I'm leaving like right along here. I left a very teeny tiny bit of white there. Okay. But what I want to do now is I want to go in and I want to blend these together. Okay. So I'm going to make a wet space here. And I'm going to get a darker green, which is this grass green. And I'm going to go in right along here. I'm just going to let that kind of blend with the red. Okay. So go ahead and let the red, ooh, I don't want it to blend too much. Okay, so we've got our red. And now we're going to put our green in. Blend that so it kind of bleeds together. Okay. Now we're going to take an even darker green and we're going to go in and we're going to let that darker green even bleed more into the base part of that, like right along here. And I'm just letting the water blend it. I'm not doing any blending. I'm letting it blend itself because it knows what to do when it hits the water. So there's no reason for us to do it when it already knows how to do it. Okay, so just know that there's no reason to do that. I'm going to just dab up that green that got into my red there. Don't want too much. Okay, and now we want to go in with an even darker green. Not there. You know what? We're going to have to, I'm going to need to dry that first. Let's dry it off first. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my medium number 1 again, and I'm going to go ahead and wet all of this one more time because I've got some harsh lines that I don't like, and I want to get rid of those while I can. So I'm going to go ahead and get this blended out. All I did was use clear water, and I'm just rubbing out these harsh lines. Okay. You can also put in shadows there if you want to. If your shadows aren't dark enough and you want them to be darker, you can do that while it's wet. I want to go in with a little bit darker red, or like a brownish red, kind of a burgundy red, right here in these areas. Just to darken this up a little bit. Okay, let's try that. No worries, we're going to put some white in there in just a second. All right, so we have the rind. We have the different colors of the greens in there on the rind. Now that it's dry, I'm going to go in with this dark green. And I'm going to go ahead and do some shadowing on that. Okay, and all we're doing is adding in that sort of rind look to this. You know how the rind has the areas that are kind of lighter and darker. So that's what we're doing with this darker green. And we're doing this on a dry surface. So we don't want it to be wet. We're not doing a wet on wet for this. I know that's unusual for me because I normally do wet on wet, but for this rind, we need it to be very pronounced from that dark shadows. Okay. All right, so we have our rind. Now we're going to go in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a white gouache, okay? So, for those of you who are not familiar with gouache, if you want to use acrylic, you can do that. If you want to use white watercolor paint, you can do that too, but you might have to do several coats of it, okay? But I want to give a white little border to that rind. So I just opened up. This is my my Golden Maple Stay Wet palette, and we did this the other day with our little gnome on the mushroom, and you can see that this palette is still wet, okay, because it's airtight. I love the fact that this keeps my paints wet until I want to use them again. So I don't have to do anything except reach in here and grab some of that white paint. All right. Hey, Fro Mom, how's it going? All right. So we're going to go ahead and right here, we're going to add in just a little bit of that white right across here. Very light touch. Okay, so it's going to kind of fade in to that watercolor underneath. Lighten that up and give it some highlights. Add in a few highlights on the rind also. And then we also want to go down this divide right here. Okay. All right. We want to add a few of those white highlights up here and along the side. And then we're going to leave it there for now because I want to get the eyes and stuff in, and then we'll put the seeds in, and then we'll see wherever else we need highlights, okay? All right, so now we're going to move that Stay Wet palette out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and close it up until we need it again. Keep that moisture in it. Okay, and now we're going to take our Grabby multi-liner, and we're going to go ahead and do an outline for our eyes and stuff. So I'm going to use the 01 to start, and then we'll see where we need to go from there, okay? So we're going to do this 01, and I'm going to go right along here, this edge, and right along this edge. Okay. All right. Our eyebrows, like that. And then we'll do our eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and just do the outline of the eyes first. Big eyes. And then we're going to do the white of the eyes. We'll go like this. And like this. Okay. And we are going to color these in, you know what? I think, let's see. I'm going to color this in first. Now I'm going to take my Grabby 05 blue, and I'm going to give my blue, my eyes, and I'm going to give my blue, my eyes, thank you guys for all the likes. And then I am now going to go in and do my eyelashes. And I'm going to do those over here. And then we'll put our, I'm going to go back around this just to cover up any of that white that went over my line that I didn't want to. Let's do the mouth. And then we'll do our highlight, which is going to be right here. and right here. Okay. Now, time for the seeds. Now, normally I would say you could use your grabby and do the seeds with this, but I don't want to do that. I want to actually use my golden maple detail brush and do the seeds with watercolor paint. So, we're going to be using this set again. Okay. And again, the flash sale code that I have is not as this is cheaper than the flash sale code I have. So I'm not even going to run it. I'm going to let you guys, and they're doing free shipping. So I'm going to let you guys just take advantage of the flash sale that they have and not the flash sale I have, because mine is about $5 more expensive. So, which is rare. I normally have the cheapest price, but they're running a pretty good sale right now on these. So, okay. So we're going to go in, we're going to get our black, and we're going to start adding in our seeds wherever we feel like we want them. Okay. I'm going to start over here, and I want it to be, so they're going to be like a teardrop. But I'm going to leave a little thing in the middle open. Okay. I'm not going to fill them in completely. I'm going to use my teeny tiny blue. Hey, Carry On Shopping. How's it going? I'm going to use my teeny tiny blue because these are much better for the seeds, I think. So these are right here. And oh, no, that's not them. Hang on. Yeah, that's them. Okay. So these are, this set right here has all the same size. There's 6 of these 10/0s in this set. And if you look, it's a teeny tiny tip. That's why you need 6 of them, because these are, no matter how good you are to these brushes, they will wear out because there's so few bristles in them, but they're perfect for teeny tiny little stuff. So you want to be really extra careful, knowing that you don't want to pull on your bristles or anything like that, because you will end up with the bristles coming out. So these make great, like a great detail brush for seeds or small little details, because they are teeny tiny. You don't want to put a ton of seeds, but you know that, I mean, watermelons have seeds, so you want to give it a few. Thank you so much for that heart me. Thank you, Mom. I figured you'd be packing. Should we give him a little seed for a nose? Why not? Looky there. A little seed for a nose. Oh, gosh. Okay. That's good. I'm glad you're done. All right, there we are. So we have our seeds. Now, make that round. My mommy went to the casino today and won. We're in Texas, but we're just down the road from the only casino in Texas. And she went and had some fun and won. So, yay. Okay, now I'm going to take that same pink that we used on the watermelon, and we're going to use it for the hearts. We're just going to do our hearts. I'm going to leave a little white space on the left side of my hearts. As the highlight. Okay. Thanks, Stacy Lee. She raised me right. All right, so there's our hearts. Now we're gonna do the ground, okay, that goes up underneath here. And the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna take our meeting number 1 and we're gonna put in clear water, just like we did the sky. Okay, we're just gonna put in some clear water and we're gonna kind of splotch that sand in. And we're going to do that in a darker brown too. So we have some tones that are not just that light color. Okay. And then also, if you'll notice, the sky kind of is not meeting the ground. So let's go ahead and add in a little bit more of that blue all the way down. So that, oops, that was too much. Goodness. Okay, so that meets the sand or ground or whatever you want to, however you want to call that. Okay. And let's dry it. This one wasn't bad at all. I told y'all we were starting with the easy one because I feel like this fruit series is going to be hard for me because I'm not used to doing stuff like this. I'm used to doing like animals and stuff. So this is going to take me a little bit out of my comfort zone. So thank you for the team cheers, Mom. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of a splatter on, oh, actually, let's pull out some, let's give it some shades, a little bit better shading around the edges. Because I want to have this right here kind of stand out a little more. So I'm going to go out with the pink first. And then a medium pink. And then the dark. I'm going to go right along here. Kind of went with the dark first, but that's okay. All right, now let's do this. There we go. That looks good. Okay. All right, now let's outline the hearts. We didn't do that. Ta-da! Okay. Now we're going to splatter. Okay, so let's cover him up. This is going to bring it all together. Let's see. Go like this. And just put a little bit right here in the corner. There. All right, now I'm going to get my media number 1 and dip into my red. And I am going to tap, tap, tap with some of these splatters. Okay, let's rinse that off. Ta-da! Oh, that's cute. Okay. This one was a quick and easy tonight, which is nice for a change. Oh, Aubrey Kyle, thank you so much for that purchase. You're going to like those detail brushes. They're really nice. Now, once we get this dry, I'm going to go in here with my my ZSCM white pen, okay? And I am going to give it some highlights where I feel like it needs them. And a few little dots. Should have done this instead of the gouache anyway at the beginning, because I think this looks better. There we go. All right, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to take my detail brush. I'm going to get a little bit more of this dark pink. And I'm going to give it some lines right here. There we go. All right, I'm going to call that done. What do you guys think? Think it needs any more white along the run? For some reason, I feel like this white needs to be a little more. There we go. That looks better. Okay. I do too. I think she's cute. All right, let's go ahead and pop off the tape so we can see our gorgeous background. And there we have it, our very first in our summer series. This was an easy one. Don't get comfortable with that, guys, because we've got some that are coming up that are not going to be easy. So enjoy the fact that this was an easy one tonight. Because I feel like, of course, after the last few that we've done, I feel like we needed an easy one. So all right. Thanks, Carrie. All right, so that is the very first one in our summer series. Hey, Jody, how's it going? I'm glad you popped in. It's okay. It'll be on the upload. I'll upload it for a replay so you can find it on my Tube of View channel. No worries, no worries, no worries. So cute. So this is the very first one in our summer series. We will be doing a set of 6. Here is the set that we will be working on. This is the one that we did tonight. Absolutely, totally doesn't look anything like it, but that's okay because the point is for it to be our own. We're just using these as a guide. This is AI generated based on my prompt, and then we make them our own when we paint them. So that is the very first in this series. We will be doing, I guess we'll do the pineapple tomorrow. We'll just go in order and do the pineapple, or we could do the blueberry. Which do y'all want to do tomorrow, the pineapple or the blueberry? Y'all tell me. Pineapple or blueberry? Pineapple or blueberry? The blueberry's cute. All right. Okay, so any questions on anything that we did tonight? Stacy Lee says blueberry. Okay, we can go down and then back up to the pineapple the next day if we want to, or the next night if we want to. Carrie says pineapple. Jody says, when are you on tomorrow? I'm going to be on, let's see, tomorrow is Thursday. I'll be on in the morning at 11. I'll do an 11 o'clock in the morning Central Standard Time for either the blueberry or the pineapple. I'm not sure which. We have one for blueberry and one for pineapple. So who wants to break the tie as to what y'all want to do tomorrow, the blueberry or the pineapple? Gotta let me know. I want it to be something that you guys want. So, oh, that's fine. It's Stacy Lee, no problem. I use the Meeden paper, and it is a 100% cotton cold press. Let me find it for you right here. This is the paper that I use. And I use the 5x7 size, and I'm going to tell you why I use that size. Because I do a lot of ACEOs. So I do this size. And with the 5x7, you can actually get 4 of these sizes out of one sheet. So you don't have any waste. So then nothing has to go in the trash. You don't end up with a little, rogue piece that you can't use. So I cut up one of the larger ones today and got a bunch of them cut. And I had this piece left over. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this piece, but I hate to throw it away. So, but with this, I don't have to do that. I get 4 equal sizes and no waste. So I like the 5x7 size. I will say that this paper has, as you can see, it has a gorgeous texture to it. It absorbs really, really well. So you get really vibrant colors, but also you have enough working time that you don't end up with, kind of a hot mess of colors when you're that dry too fast and then you get a bunch of harsh lines. That happens sometimes with paper. It doesn't peel up If you put a lot of water on it, you don't end up with those beads. So that's a good one too. Here's the octopus. The sea turtle I just downloaded it. It just finished downloading. So I will be uploading it as soon as I get off of here. The sea turtle will be uploading. So it should be up in the next probably 2 hours, Carrie. Because I just got it downloaded. So as soon as I'm off of here, I'm going to go ahead and start the upload. And the uploads usually take 15, 20 minutes if my internet's acting right. So depending on my internet. Thank you, Glory B25. We do these on live every day. We come on live. We do, this is the one we did today. We just started a new series. This was our Sea Creature series. We just finished this up yesterday. And we did all of these one live. A new series. This was our Sea Creature series. We just finished this up yesterday. And we did all of these one live. And this was the first one in the summer series of fruit that we're doing. Yes, you can get them on my Tube of You, Glory B25. You sure can. And you can find that on my TikTok page under where my LINKs are. Okay. You are more than welcome to join us any day of the week and paint with us and draw with us. I am not a classically trained artist. I learned from books and videos, and we learn every day as we're doing our tutorials. So there are plenty of times that I get on and make lots of mistakes, and that is just part of it. So I don't claim to be an expert, but we do come on here and have fun. So, hopefully you will join us sometime. Tomorrow we will be I'll be on at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. Jody, the book that I use to learn my biggest learning tool has been this book right here. It's called This Is Not a Sketchbook. It is an art class. And I can assure you that what happened was in 2025, I decided I was going to improve my drawing skills, that I was tired of using stamps because I was using stamps and then I was painting with stamps. Okay. It is on Stacy Lee. It is on my TikTok page where my LANKs are. That's where you can find it. But I am Coach Ellen's Creations on every channel. On my TikTok, on all the other social media channels, on anything that you're looking. If you're looking for me, Coach Ellen's Creations is how you'll find me. Okay? All right. It's not going to let you do that. It won't let me. It won't let you leave outside LINKs. So if you typed it, it's not going to allow you to post it. So, okay. So this book right here was my biggest help. And I'll show you how it works. You go, oh, well, maybe it will, Stacy Lee. I don't know. You get QR codes. So what you do is she starts you out and you scan the QR code. It takes you to a 3 to 5 minute video lesson. Okay. The video lesson that you start with is a self-portrait. So she has you do a self-portrait for your first assignment. Whether you've ever drawn before in your life, she wants you to do a self-portrait. Okay. Then after you complete all of the lessons, and every lesson includes a QR code and a homework assignment, okay? And they're about 3 to 5 minutes lessons. They're not very long. At the end of finishing everything, she has you do a second self-portrait. And you use all the things that you learn. And you can see the differences. Now, let me show you mine, because I want you guys to see. This is how I started out when I started my lives last year. I started out doing very, very basic stuff, okay? So these were my lives. We did that. We did that. We did that on a live. We did this. These were my lives, guys, okay? So understand that this was a gnome that we did on live. Now, okay, that's how I started out. I got this book, and I went through the course in this book, and I want you guys to see, okay? Let's just pull a gnome out. I know I have one in here because we've done several. I mean, look at the difference in these. Where's my one that was on the... Oh, this one. Okay, do you see the difference in these? This one versus these? I mean, it's a huge difference. Look at the beard. I mean, I'm telling you, drawing was not my forte, okay? I was not good at it. Now, if you look at these all compared to, look at this giraffe, and then look at, this is a print because I've already sold the original to this, but I want y'all to see this giraffe compared to, where is it? Compared to that. You see the difference in the two giraffes? That's because I did this book, okay? So if you're looking to learn, you want to improve your drawing skills, then This Is Not a Sketchbook is the way to do it. I'm telling you, it is the single most important thing that I did to improve my drawing ability. And you can see the before and afters of her students too, the differences in their abilities because of this. And it's not difficult, guys. You can learn how to do this. The thing about it is learning to draw is a skill set. It's not something that you have to be born with. You can learn to draw. You just have to take the time to learn and practice. So that's what I've been doing this entire time. What I've done is I worked my way through this book, and then I've been coming on with y'all every day and practicing what I learned. Yes, Stacey Lee, I do remember. And you've improved tremendously as well. So the idea behind my daily tutorials is selfish. It's not, I mean, obviously I have fun with you guys, but it's practice for me. It's making me better. I could not, there's no way when I started out less than a year ago, honestly. I started out in September of last year doing lives with you guys. There's no way that I could have done any of these when I first started. So I've learned mostly from this book and also from a couple of doodle books that I have. I have this book, which is You Can Doodle Anything, and it's got like, you know, easy, simple things to draw. And then I practice my shading work with my watercolors doing, you know, after I draw them. So this one's a great one to have. And then also I just recently got this Sweet Escapes, which is right here. And I love this one too, because this one has easy, simple. This one I like because I can use this one for like my draw your day sketches, because it gives you like, you know, stuff that you might be doing, you know, and see throughout your day. So this one's been a really good book as well. And it reiterates perspective, which you learn in the This Is Not a Sketchbook. So, so these three books are my favorite for drawing, but this one, hands down, is the best. Absolutely the best. There is a doodle page I follow. Oh, cool. Yeah, I follow several that doodle on there as well, Carrie. But I watch a lot of videos. I use a lot of books. And I practice all the time. Like since yesterday when we did, let's see, yesterday we did the seahorse, right? So since yesterday, yesterday morning, we finished this about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. I did this one to practice to go with this set. This one I didn't record or do live or anything. I just did this on my own. And then I also did this one in gouache this afternoon. So I've already, I've done 2, and then we just did this one live. So I paint a lot because I want to get better at it and practice. So practice, practice, practice. That's my biggest advice I can give you. So I'm doing a mushroom series with gouache that I'm working on. Y'all want to see those? I'll show them to you. Let me see if I can pull them up for you. Let's see, where are they? Right here. So I just did this one today. I mean, obviously it's, again, it's not exactly the same, but that's okay. I'm just practicing. It's gouache, so I'm not good at it yet. But I'm going to do all of these in gouache so I can practice. Ooh, a camping series would be fun. Yes, Stacey Lee, I'm going to write that down because that would be a fun one for sure. All right, so any other questions on anything? Anything? Bueller? Okay, well, if you guys don't have any questions, I hope that you guys enjoyed our tutorial for this evening. I know it was easy and simple, but yes, you should get the 72 gel pen set, the glitter set, Stacey Lee. You will love it. You will absolutely love it. Do I need to run that flash sale for you? Because if I do, it has to be done while I'm on live to get that price. But if you want, I mean, I have it through, I think the 26th. So you've got a few more days. If you need to wait, you just have to let me know. All right. You want me to run it? Okay. I will run it right now. It is starting. Let me get it put up there. Hang on. I don't know where it went. Shoot. Hang on. I got to find it, Stacey Lee. Sorry. It's the 72 color set. There it is. All right. So there's the 72 color set. You got 19 minutes on the clock. So for the next 19 minutes, you can get it for that $59.90. And, so tonight, here's what we used. We used the 96 color Meeden palette. Okay. So that is this one. It comes with 30 of these glitter, shimmer, whatever you want to call them, shimmer paints, metallic paints. Okay. So you get 30 of your metallics. You get 12 macaroon colors. You get 6 neons. You also get your 48 colors of your primary and secondary colors. They go from your color families top to bottom, and they go from lightest to darkest, left to right. That means that you can learn to shade really easy because you can go, when I did this, you can go with a light pink and then you can shift to a darker one when you're ready to do your shading. So it makes it easy to learn to shade. Also, these come in and out. You can also pop these in and out as well. So that is very handy when you just need one little section. Additionally, you get a pencil, you get a brush, you get an eraser, and you get 2 art sponges. And then you get your palette that is detachable, that slips in, folds down. You can close it up, and you can put it on your shelf and stack it really nice and neatly. This is a great beginner palette, but also if you are a seasoned artist, you are still going to love these paints. They're very, very creamy and buttery. They're very vibrant. As you can see, they have really nice color and really nice pigment. So if you're looking to start watercoloring, or if you are looking for a palette that is very, very versatile, that has a lot of metallics, this is a great one because metallics can get quite pricey when it comes to watercolors. And these include both your metallics and your regulars, your regular paints. So really like this set. I use this every single day without fail. Now, I have other watercolor palettes and I use them, but this one is the one that I use every single solitary day. I use it for all of my jewelry. I use it for my Christmas ornaments that I do. I use it for my art. I mean, I use this for a ton of different purposes, okay? So that is the palette that we used. The paper that we used was the Meeden Cold Press 100% cotton. It has 20 sheets in a pack, and you can fit 4 ACEO sizes on one sheet with no waste. So it makes for a really good bang for your buck because you're not putting anything in the trash. You can cut your sizes. So in a pack of 20, you end up with 80 total ACEOs. And it has a beautiful texture to it. It didn't come through on my side, Stacey Lee. But that doesn't mean it's showing too, but it's not showing the purchase for me for some reason. But it is showing, it's showing that something was purchased. So I'm glad that you got it. I'm sure it'll come through in just a second. Let me just refresh this and see what it does. Oh, goodness gracious, my throat is getting me. All right. Hey, Sherry, how's it going? All right, so we used this Meeden paper for that. And it makes for really pretty art. As you can see, it's got a beautiful texture to it. So that's the paper we used. Okay. Then we used the Meeden brushes. Goodness gracious, y'all. I'm so sorry. I have the 4-brush set, which I'm not sure where my other one is. It's in here somewhere. My big one. Where are you? Anyway, we use these. I have the 4-brush set, and these are really good because they have a short handle, so you can control your strokes really easily. Also, they don't rust, so the ferrule stays really tight, and you don't lose your bristles, so they don't shed. They don't rust. You don't get rust in your paint. They're designed to reduce hand fatigue, so if you paint a lot like I do, your hand is going to be it's not going to get tired as easily. So those are the brushes that we use. They hold lots of water. They hold their shapes really well. And if you're looking for a professional brush set that doesn't break the bank, this is one of those. You're not going to pay sky-high prices for these brushes, but you're going to get a professional brush. Carrie, yes. Hang on one second, and I'll pull it up for you. Goodness gracious, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my throat. All right. Oop. Yep. Just got my throat is like tickly. You know how that happens when you get your allergies. Here is the watermelon inspo pick for you, Miss Carrie. Hope that helps. All right. The other thing that we used was the golden maple detail brush set. That was the last thing. And that set comes with 20 different detail brushes, you guys. So, oh goodness, I guess that sale ended. It was on sale for $22.50, but it ended. So let me run a flash sale for you guys because I can fix that for y'all. All right, let's see. There it is. Okay, so There it is. All right, $22.16. Okay, guys. So, if you guys are interested in that, you get 20 different brushes. You get your liners. You get your round brushes. You get your flat brushes. You get a fan brush, and you get an angled brush, and you get this amazing case. These are also rust proof. They don't shed. They're designed to reduce hand fatigue. They're made out of a really high quality birch wood. And they're also short, so you can control your detail work really easy with these. And they come with this great case, so you don't lose them. Okay? Perfect, Carrie. Goodness. Okay, so that's everything other than the grabby multi-liners. We use those. And we did use the Color colored pencils a little bit today, too. All right. Any questions on any of that? The price on these Golden Maple brushes is only available. It's only available when I'm on live. So if you guys are wanting to grab it, you need to grab it before I hop off of here because it won't be available afterwards. Goodness. All right. So I'm going to hop off. If you guys don't have any additional questions, I apologize. I was coughing in your ears. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, my allergies kind of flared up. So wind must have blown something in that gave me an allergy fit all of a sudden. It is showing, yes, ma'am. It is showing that came through. Stacy Lee, thank you so much for grabbing up those pins. Anybody who made a purchase tonight, I am very, very thankful for that. And I will be back on tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. If anybody needs to check out with these brushes at this price right now, let me make sure. Let me make sure that that's still going for you guys before I hop off. I don't know what's going on here. It's got this weird... It's not showing me that it's pinning. All right, let me see if I can do it from here. Well, there it is. All right. Okay, so there it is. Last chance to grab those up. Gloria, thank you so much for that purchase. Glory be 25. You got the paper and the brushes. You are going to love both of those. The brushes are amazing. If anybody wants to grab these Golden Maple brushes at this price before I hop off of here, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to pop off and just and see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll do our second one in this series, which is going to be either the blueberry or the pineapple. I'm not sure which yet, but we will be doing one of the two. All right. I'll see you guys at 11. Carrie, are you still home? Or are you going to be back at work tomorrow? I've enjoyed having you in the mornings. You'll have to do the replays if you aren't able to make it. Watercolor and question mark. Sorry, I'm confused. Jody, what are you asking? We're going to be Oh, watercolor and pencils. Are you asking which ones I used? Is that what you're asking me? I used these watercolors right here. These are the Meeden watercolor paints. These are the ones that I used. I love these. These are this is my favorite palette out of all of my watercolor palettes. I use this every day. And then the pencils that I used were the Color pencils. Right here. These are the colored pencil sets. Those of you guys who know me know that I love my 72 color set, but also wanted a bigger set of pencils. And that is the reason that I ordered these. This set comes with, let me pull it out so you can see it. This set comes with all of these. It comes with your primary colors in every tray. So you get 6 trays of primaries. And then you also get a tray of neutrals with your primary colors in every tray. So you get 6 trays of primaries. And then you also get a tray of neutrals complete set. It comes with the tin. So you can keep them all together. Although I prefer them to be down in my Meeden art drawers, which should be on their way. My new ones should be on their way, because I got some more so that I could put these in there and not have to go through these trays every time. Oh, yay, you got those. Okay, good. They're not here yet. Okay, cool. You will love them when you get them. And anybody else, if you're curious about these, I will tell you this. Let me see where my book is for you guys, because I have it here somewhere. I haven't had it out in a while because I've been busy doing other things. Here it is. So this is why I love this set. This is my old set. This green right here is my old set. And I had an option of, you know, a few greens. So I ended up with a light, a medium, and a dark. This is my new set. That's this set. And I had an option of a light medium, a medium dark, and a dark. So I was able to blend a lot differently. So you can see how you have harsh lines in this. Not that this isn't beautiful. I love this too. But if you want this smooth blend, having more options of greens to choose from is the way to go. Same thing with the orange. So if you look at this orange here versus this orange here, you can see the difference in having more options of colors. So that's why I like the set that has the 240. So if you look at this versus, let's see if I can find it. This. So this is done with 72 colors. This one is done with 240. So you see the difference. This is still beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But when you have more options, you have more ways to, so you see the difference. This is still beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But when you have more options, you have more ways to. 240 colors is such overkill. It is not. Okay, the more colors you have, the better blending options that you have. So that is one of the reasons that I absolutely love this set. Okay. All right. Any questions on anything else? I'm excited that you got the pencils, Jody. I didn't realize that you had gotten the pencils. Or maybe I did and I forgot that you got them. But that's exciting. You're going to love them. All right. Any other questions before I hop off of here? hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's tutorial, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right.